Welcome to Gurnick. This orientation will cover the asynchronous online classroom navigation to help ensure that your first day of class is stress-free. Once you enter a new course, you can navigate by either using the left side toolbar or scroll through the middle of the screen. There are two critical stops that you should make when entering any new course: the course syllabus and the general forum. Both will be located at the top of every course. The first stop will be the syllabus. The syllabus is a PDF that will automatically open when you click on the title. Once you've read through the syllabus, it's time to check out the general forum. The general forum is a hub for instructors to send out class-wide communication in a non-graded forum. All general forum announcements will be sent to your Gurnick email, but some video links or pictures may not appear in email format. So it is best practice to check within the course to ensure that no important information has been missed. As mentioned before, the general forum is a non-graded discussion board. If you have a question that you think the whole class would benefit from knowing the question and the answer, you can ask it here. But please note that messages are not private, and for more personal matters, emailing your instructor directly will provide the fastest response. Your instructor will post due date reminders, helpful resources, and other announcements at least once a week. So be sure that every Friday morning you are checking the general forum. On the first day of class, the general forum will be populated with important course information, where your instructor will provide you with course-specific insight. So be sure that you make it a priority to read all the posted information. Once you have read the syllabus and the announcements in the general forum, you will need to complete the syllabus agreement to open assignments. This will be your entry ticket into the welcome session, which will be your first location of assignments. Managing time will be critical to complete all assignments by the due date. Before you begin your coursework, it is important to understand the late work and attendance policies, as well as how to navigate the course schedule pacing guide. According to policy, no late work will be accepted after the assignment due date unless an extension due to extenuating circumstances has been approved. Nothing is allowed to be turned in after the last lecture date of the course, not even manually graded assignments. Students experiencing extenuating circumstances, such as a medical emergency or natural disaster, can contact their program director, leadership, or director of general education, Dr. Tamara Skye, to discuss if an extension is appropriate. To apply the extension policy fairly, instructors cannot approve extensions. All extension requests are diverted to program directors, leadership, or the director of general education for review and approval, in which supporting documentation may be requested. Travel delays have always been common, and this is even more so post-pandemic. Please plan ahead for your travels to avoid delays in submitting your work, as this is not going to count as an extenuating circumstance. In online-only asynchronous classes, coursework is an essential part of tracking student success through graded work and weekly attendance. According to policy, students are expected to make up absences within 1 week of the lecture due date, except for extenuating circumstances and special permission. Instructors will indicate the assignment required to satisfy the absence makeup, so please check your Gurnick email for more information. No points are awarded for late assignments, except if an extension has been approved. Each absence must be made up by the end of the course, or the course grade will be incomplete. Multiple absences can lead to academic probation or expulsion. Again, if an extenuating circumstance is the reason for the absence, an extension request needs to be submitted and approved. Your instructor cannot provide assignment extensions. To help you develop a rhythm that will help you complete work on time every time, your courses have a course schedule pacing guide. The course schedule pacing guide will be the primary location of assignment due dates and will also provide a guide for recommended pacing that will keep you on track throughout the course. Now let's check out what the pacing guide looks like and how to read through it. This is what an average course schedule and pacing guide looks like. While it might seem like there's a lot of information on it, Let's take it piece by piece so you can see how this guide can be a valuable time management tool. The first section we will focus on is the left-hand blue boxes. These boxes will list the learning module and corresponding assignments due for the week. The white boxes will list the assignments in order of the recommended pacing throughout the learning module week. Note that the due dates are located at the top of each column to help you keep track throughout the week. This guide is merely a recommendation of pacing and not a requirement, with the exception of listed due dates. Hard due dates will be bolded and assignments will be listed under the corresponding due date to help you easily plan out your week and ensure that you submit everything on time. All assignments, unless otherwise indicated on the course pacing guide, are due the Friday following a learning module open. The standard weekly timeline for assignments is as follows, again, unless indicated otherwise by the instructor. Friday, a learning module opens. Tuesday or Wednesday, an assignment will likely be due. This might be responding to an initial discussion prompt, a journal, or other assignment. The following Friday, all remaining items are due and a new learning module will open. You should aim to complete everything by Thursday so that you are ready when the next learning module opens on Friday. You must look at the course schedule to know when things are due. Now that you have an idea of how the course pacing works, it's time to dive into the first week's work, the welcome session. The first week of the course is designed to allow you enough time to read through all of the course documents, so please be sure to take the time to read through all of the resources. These resources will help ensure that you are successful throughout the course. If your class has McGraw-Hill Connect assignments or other graded activities outside of Moodle, there will be several overview or orientation resources listed. It is important that you check out these resources to ensure that you do not miss any important setup information. Once you've read through the welcome session resources, it's time to start your first assignment. Your first assignment in every class will be an initial discussion post that is due on the first day of the course. Attendance will be taken twice in the first week, once on the first day and a second time on the Friday at the end of the first week. Don't worry, the initial post is just a personal introduction and a reflection on the syllabus, so no prior knowledge is needed to complete the initial post. Remember, attendance is mandatory for course completion, so please do not forget to make your initial post on day 1. By the Friday of the first week of the course, you will have 2 reply posts due to either your peers or instructor. Your second attendance will be attached to the completion of your reply post. So to recap, the initial post is due day 1 of the course and will count as the first attendance, and 2 reply posts due Friday will count toward the second attendance. Now let's cover some general tips to help you navigate your course successfully. The goal is for you not just to earn points, but to learn the content. Let's start with discussion board best practices. Your classes will have discussions. Some classes will even have graded discussions due every week. Be sure to look at the course schedule pacing guide to see when your class has graded discussions. Unless otherwise indicated in the instructions, initial discussion posts should have a minimum of 100 words and reply posts should have a minimum of 50 words each that go beyond quoted information, agreement, or pleasantries. The goal is to have meaningful dialogue, so be sure that your posts have substance. Also, remember that replies to your instructors do count toward the required reply post. Be sure to submit a total of 3 posts, an initial and 2 replies by the due date and per the rubric requirements for full credit for all assigned discussions. To ensure that you are continuing to make improvements on your work, be sure to review your instructor feedback after discussions have been graded. To review discussion board graded feedback, go back to the discussion board you are wanting to review. If the assignment has been graded, there will be a View Grades button that will direct you to the rubric. Make sure that you are making the recommended adjustments to maximize your grade moving forward. Some courses will have journal assignments. If you have a journal assignment in your course, there will be a lesson book to guide you through the instructions and content that will be required for that specific journal assignment. These journals are designed to help structure notes, improve learning strategies, and practice concepts. All journal assignments must be handwritten and submitted by the due date and in the manner outlined in the instructions. Reading the instructions carefully and fully before you begin will be crucial to ensuring that you are meeting the assignment expectations as well as earning full points. If you have questions, reach out to your instructor. Do not guess. Each course will include resources at the top of a learning module, which will help guide you on what chapters to read and any other relevant resources necessary for completing the module work. The organization of a module has been predetermined to ensure there is proper flow, so please be sure to follow the order of assignments that are laid out in that module. You should read or watch the posted lesson content and take notes before attempting any assignments. This will help reduce the amount of time it takes to complete assignments and ensure that you fully comprehend the concepts before you are attempting to complete work. While many people approach school with the intention of getting good grades, the objective is to learn the content and not just earn points. Make sure that you are taking the time to go through all of the listed resources as they have been selected with the intention to help maximize your success. You are preparing for an important career where other people's lives are impacted. The content in your courses and the study strategies you learn will prepare you for your future career-based exams or licensure, as well as prepare you to serve patients, work well with coworkers, and communicate as a professional. Your role as a trusted professional starts now. As mentioned before, email will be the fastest way to contact your instructor. It is important that you regularly check your Gurnick email to ensure that you are staying on top of all communications that may come from your instructors, program directors, admin, or other support staff. Regularly checking your email will guarantee that you don't miss any important information. If you have a question, don't wait or struggle. Reach out to your instructor right away. Your instructors want to help you succeed, but for the fastest response, properly formatting your email will minimize back and forth and get to the root of the question. To properly format your email, include a clear subject line, and then in the body of your email, include your name, cohort, course, and the name of the assignment you have a question about. Make sure that you are specific with your question so that your instructor can provide you with a clear response. Just like in communication within the course, professionalism is expected. Please be sure that you are using capital letters, punctuation, and complete sentences in your emails. Gurnick's mission is to foster an environment that promotes academic excellence, personal growth, and professional development that will prepare you to enter the healthcare field. A major tenet of healthcare is ethics, which we apply to the academic environment through the expectation of academic integrity and professionalism. Academic integrity means that work should be completed using authorized material and only student original work should be submitted. Source attribution is also important. Cite sources for any information you provide that isn't your own personal knowledge. Citation should be provided both for quoted and paraphrased information. APA formatted citations are preferred in many of the courses, so please read the directions on all assignments to ensure that you are formatting your sources and providing attributions correctly. The best practice is, when in doubt, cite your source. Coursework and emails should be presented in a professional manner. The start of every new sentence and proper nouns should be capitalized. Use the proper punctuation to indicate pauses or completion of thought. Please refrain from using inappropriate, derogatory, or unprofessional language. And proper grammar is expected at all times. Always put your best effort in. No one is perfect, but effort is noticed. Moodle provides multiple ways to track assignments and courses. From the Moodle dashboard, you can view your timeline, courses, and calendar. While some courses do have the dashboard view available for assignments and due dates, it is strongly encouraged that you use the course view only, where the pacing guide and general forum will help you keep track of due dates. This will ensure that in the event of a technical issue, you do not miss any assignments. Speaking of technical issues, if at any point you have an issue with Moodle, GEH, McGraw-Hill Connect, or other plugins, please let your instructor know. Your instructor is able to review live logs that can track access time, which can help pinpoint issues and direct you to the proper support team. Remember, don't wait. Reach out as soon as possible. Your instructors are there to help guide you.